This is Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise. To whom am I speaking with?
Greetings, Captain Picard. I am Grand Admiral Thrawn of the 7th Fleet. By the authority of His Majesty, Emperor Palpatine, I order you to surrender the Nautolands under your custody, after which you and your crew will be interned for further questioning.
You have no jurisdiction over a Federation vessel, Grand Admiral. I do not recognize the authority of this Emperor you take your orders from. These aliens are refugees driven away from their homes, helpless. They requested for aid, and I'm obligated to give it.
These refugees were harboring rebels who have been spreading disorder and chaos amongst the Empire's populace. By refusing to comply, you will be considered a co-conspirator in their plot and a threat to the Empire's peace and prosperity.
I have heard from them firsthand of how your Empire has stripped their planets bare of resources and placed their people into slavery. You should understand why I would be skeptical of your accusations against them.
Of course. Your Federation is always eager to assist those in need, especially when it best suits them. One cry for help and you would risk everything for them. But need I remind you that you are heavily outnumbered and outgunned in this situation, Captain? An entire armada of the Empire's finest star destroyers against a lone Starfleet vessel.
I need no reminder, Admiral. But I will not stand by idly as you bring back these Nautolands into whatever prison you have for them.
As I expected, so willing to die for others that you have barely met. Do you really wish to jeopardize the lives of these aliens and the men and women under your command, Captain? I urge you to reconsider. Why throw your lives away for a lost cause?
And I urge you to reconsider, Grand Admiral. An attack on the Enterprise will be considered an act of war against the Federation and its allies. Do you wish your Empire to face our might? Our cause is righteous and just, and if it is so, my crew is willing to die for it. If they are willing to die for it, then so am I.
I had hoped for a more reasonable conversation, but it seems you are determined to defy the will of the Galactic Empire. I believe there is a very high chance that the Federation would not be prepared to enter yet another war, especially if their most precious flagship were to fall victim to my armada.
Your Empire loves order and stability and would enforce it by any ruthless means. But the Federation will find its strength in our cooperation with one another. Your kind could use a more open-minded and less xenophobic ally like us. Why side with such an oppressive power?
The Empire and its military might is not something to be taken lightly, Picard. As for why the Chiss would not consider the Federation, it is ill-prepared for war and acts as little deterrent against bullies, as are your idle threats against my fleet.
I think you are right, Admiral. My threats would appear to be idle. Perhaps a show of force will do the job, Mr. Worf. An entire armada of Klingon battle cruisers matching you ship for ship and gun for gun. What do you say, Admiral?
An impressive stunt, Captain. It appears I have underestimated you, but you still will not survive this assault. But I would be a fool to throw my forces against an equally prepared foe. Very well. You shall have your precious Nautolands.
Thank you for your consideration, Grand Admiral. The Nautolands will be most delighted by this news.